Men, I want to challenge you from the book of Ephesians. Most of you, I trust, have jobs and are working. And it says in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 5, it says, "Bondservants, be obedient to those who are your master according to the flesh, with fear and trembling in sincerity of heart, as to Christ, not with eye service as men pleasers, but as bondservants of Christ, doing the will of God from your heart, with good will doing service as to the Lord and not to men, knowing that whatever good anyone does, he will receive the same from the Lord, whether he's slave or free." Now, I realize in context, part of the thing Paul is talking about is slaves. And part of the thing he was saying to slaves, they were to be obedient to their masters. They were to have a good attitude. They were to have goodwill towards their masters. And then he said, whatever they did, they were to do it as unto the Lord. Now, I want to challenge you now. None of you are slaves. You might feel like slaves at times. But if he said that concerning a master and a slave, let's bring that into our context, or maybe the context that you're in. You know, what's your attitude towards your boss? What's your attitude towards the people that you work for? And do you work for them, whether they're good, bad, or ugly, as unto the Lord? Now, really, that's what Paul said here, that you're supposed to work for your master, or work for your boss as you were working unto Jesus. And I've just got a quick question to ask you. Would you show up late for work if Jesus was your boss? Would you say some of the things that you say at work if Jesus was your boss? Would you work, what level and how would you work? What type of attitude and what type of job would you do if Jesus was your boss? And that's the way that we're supposed to be working as unto our natural boss. You can say, well, he's this, he's an old sinner, he's an old drunk, he does this and whatever. The Bible doesn't care about that. What the Bible says is you're supposed to work unto him as unto the Lord, because the Bible says if you work for him with the right attitude and do a great job, you're not working just for him, you're working for the Lord, and the Lord will reward you. Now, these things might be hard and some of the attitudes that can be there, but I want to challenge you, gentlemen. One of the things we as men are supposed to do are to work for our employers as unto the Lord, like the Lord was our employer, because he's the one that'll pay you. And if this one doesn't take good care of you and you're doing right, you have a right attitude, you have goodwill, you wouldn't steal from Jesus, so you shouldn't steal from your boss, then he will reward you when you're obeying the Scriptures. Just a quick challenge for you today.